Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you are having a great weekend. My morning has been absolutely amazing. If you are watching this for the first time, welcome. If you saw my other video, I shared that I'm not a doll collector, at least historically have not been a doll collector, but I find myself going down this rabbit hole now that I had no intention on going down after I started planning for these creative writing workshops that would include learning more about American Girl. And so today, I think I had maybe seen the event on Facebook, I don't want to say a couple weeks ago, but decided today that I was going to go to a doll show. I've never been to a doll show now that I think about it. Although I've gone to doll stores in the past with my mom. But decided I was going to go to a doll show. Wasn't really sure what to expect, but it's got dolls there. I love dolls. Figure I couldn't go wrong. Let me just say that within the first 10 minutes of me being there, it turned into an absolutely amazing day. And so here you can see some dolls. 3 are American Girl. Well, 4, including the Welly Wisher in the back. She is my first Welly Wisher. I've never owned a Welly Wisher doll before. Then there are another 5 dolls. One doll is a Gott's doll, which is this doll right here in the front. This doll here is actually a Heidi Ott doll, which I have a couple of Heidi Ott dolls upstairs that were given to me, or not given to me, but I purchased with the doll collection probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I just recall that being one of the signatures on the doll. I am not as familiar with this doll here or this doll, although I believe that might be a doll that would have come from like a Joann Fabrics or Michael's or some store like that, a cheaper version of an 18-inch doll. And then, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Magic Attic doll, because I did own one of her before. But as it would happen, I had walked up to a booth. There was a young lady there who had an American Girl doll, and I brought my American Girl doll with me. First time I've ever done that. I was feeling really nervous walking out. Here's my Lacey. I was feeling really nervous about being the age that I am and walking in with a doll, but I saw another girl with her AG doll in a backpack, and I thought, you know what, I'm going in with my doll. You know what, if anybody is going to judge me, this probably is not the space where that's going to happen. And so I'm going to go in with my doll. I went back to my car, got my doll, came back in, and the girl that I had seen with the AG backpack who had her doll was looking through this basket of clothes, and for me that was probably the first thing I would have honed in on as well. And so I went ahead and I'm going to turn this camera. I don't like talking like this. Went ahead, or maybe I'm not going to turn the camera. Sorry about that. Anyway, decided I wasn't, I would go look at what she was looking at, because I knew that I could also see some American Girl dolls there, although most of the dolls in there, of course, were not AG dolls. They were, other historical dolls. And so the girl with the backpack mentioned that the woman was selling everything for a really low price, almost ridiculously low. And she stated that, you could basically get everything that was there. And I didn't know what that meant, because there was a lot of things on the table. So for someone to say you can have it all for an amount of money, I wasn't sure what she meant. So when she was finished speaking to the customer she was working with, she came over, and then I knew. And so that included the dolls that you see there. If I didn't tell you before, I think I've said it. I am a history teacher by trade. And so that is why, if you're ever in my living room and I'm doing these videos, if you're ever joining me on a video and I'm in my living room, you're going to see books and relics and things that will remind you of history, because this entire book is dedicated to just that purpose. It is my history room. That's what I refer to it as. It is my happy place. And so you, again, will definitely see history items if ever I'm making the video in this room. So in addition to the 3 American Girl dolls that were part of this price this woman gave me, There was also 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 other dolls that were part of that. The only doll that was not part of that was the Welly Wisher in the back, which I'll get into how I ended up getting her, which in itself was just really, really special for me. It also included this bag of clothes and this entire tote. I will tell you, however, that what was probably most special for me, if you see in the back, I believe this is Samantha's table and chairs. I don't own one piece of furniture from American Girl. And to see this, I was definitely in my feelings today. To see that Pleasant Company stamp on the bottom, yeah, that did something for me. Again, because the woman was just so gracious in her pricing. I did share with her, you know, how I got into American Girl outside of my daughter, or how I had a renewed interest in her outside of my daughter. Can you stand up, sweetie? And so I'm going to take this time right now to go through all of the items that I received. This may take some time. I'm pretty quick. I'm not maybe as detailed as some, but I did want to share with you. Of course, my children and my husband could care less about me talking about my dolls. In addition to the dolls that are here on camera, I also received 3 GOTS baby dolls. They came from someone else who was in attendance. They were given to me. Yes, given. Yeah, I'm still just trying to take it all in because so much happened. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. I'm holding the camera with one arm. This is, we have to figure out another way for me to do this. So, yeah. So this is the first bag. As you can see, there are what probably is our generation items in here. I'm going to have to go through some of this stuff with a fine-tooth comb. It looks like we got some Our Generation items in here. I also recognize those skates. If I'm not mistaken, that would be Build-A-Bear. And so you can't go wrong with that either. There are some sleeping bag items in there that I just love. You all may recognize them before I do because, again, I'm not a traditional collector. I may have things, but not from intentionally purchasing just for the sake of having Our Generation. We have some homemade clothing that is beautiful. It's going to look really cute on the dolls that we will be giving away. Here's another one. And it's funny because before she had given me the price, I had picked up some of these outfits just to purchase, again, for the dolls that I already had. These bags here are just amazing. There are so many little knickknacks in there that probably go to the 18-inch collection. Some of them do not, but I will certainly be utilizing with my dolls. If you recognize any of these things in here, please let me know. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the clock that goes into, or that goes on the Our Generation school, which I think we had one donated and it didn't have a clock, so that's perfect. I'm going to go through each of these in a little more detail probably when I get off. And then again, I know there are some items in here that probably have nothing to do with Our Generation, but I'm glad to get them all the same. Here's some more clothes. Again, you probably will recognize them before I do. I won't be taking things out of the bag because, again, I'm holding the phone. How cute is that? If you recognize these items, yes, please share with me in the comments. Another. When I tell you the day was amazing, I don't know that there's anything that I can compare to, at least in doll world. Again, this is another bag full of just goodies. Some of these items, of course, are not AG size, but some of these are. You see the plates there. There's a water bottle, table mats, spoons. And so what I'll probably do is get some of these items connected. A lot of times when we get donations at the shop, they are missing these type of details. It may be just the camper or just the school. None of these items are typically there. And so I get excited when I see bags like this, because then it allows me to be able to add these items to what we may have already received in the shop. Again, for any new subscribers, I own a toy store. It is a free toy store. We get donations from the community. Like today, we buy items and then we redonate them back to the community for free. There's never a fee associated. People are welcome to donate, but they don't have to. One of the things that we are doing to expand our mission is we are now doing learning plays. And with the learning plays, we go into the community and we set up events that include a learning component and play opportunities as well. And one of our big events coming up is an American Girl series, which is how this all got started. My daughter had always had American Girl dolls. This is one of her dolls. We're talking, well, she's 18 now, so 12, 13 years ago. This is one of 3 dolls that she had. We never ordered or bought from the collection. She had the dolls. She played with them. I think we might have bought, purchased items from Walmart or Target, but nothing out of the ordinary. Now I'm wishing that we had. But anyway, and so what I'll be doing is girls will bring in their own 18-inch doll. If they do not have one, our shop will be providing dolls to the girls, and they will be creating their own story. And so I'll be sharing the historical dolls with the girls. But in addition to that, they will be learning about many of the different stories of AG, the AG collection, and with this premise that they're going to create their own story for their dolls. So I'm really excited about that. I am in the Midwest, and so you're going to start to see me pull things out that are certainly pertinent to being a Midwesterner now. Originally from Florida. I moved here several years ago for a professorship at one of the local colleges. And I still do that, but a lot of my focus right now has been in trying to develop the shop and working there. So that's why you're seeing some Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears wear. I'm seeing bathing suits, if I'm not mistaken, in that package. This is another American Girl homemade outfit jacket. We get dolls, not American Girl dolls, so much. I think we've received maybe 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken. But often when we get the dolls, they need clothing, they need their hair done. Some of them have gone through a lot. And so I will tell you that the highlight for me is being able to have our dolls looking new again to the best of our ability. Here we have another bag of just miscellaneous items. Yeah, some wonderful things in there. I can't wait to go through these bags. I'm probably a little bit later on going to share them through some pictures I will be posting. I have my personal Facebook page. I don't have a Facebook page that's dedicated to my dolls, something that I may consider a little bit later. I try to, be really mindful of my collection and the things that are important to me that have nothing to do with the shop. And so try to be really careful about, things that have nothing to do with the store that I'm buying myself, and not, misleading anyone that would donate to the organization. Where this stuff is coming from. Oh my goodness. Is that Inez? Oh my gosh, this day has been amazing. Oh goodness. And I'm gonna be honest, unlike some collectors, I don't have money like that. Our shop doesn't bring in any money. It's just money going out. My husband's not really happy about that. So, to think that I can Look at this. That I can, you know, go out and get these items and get these dolls to girls at a fraction of the cost is important to me. I can't do this without being able to do it in a way that is reasonable for myself and my family. I am a doula part-time. I know, yeah, I wear a lot of hats. And so the money that I make from being a doula is the money that I kind of consider my toy store money, because I can't afford to take money from anything else teaching wise in order to make sure that, you know, I have to, okay, no, you're making mom lose track of thought. Sorry about that. Yeah, my doula money is the money that I use for the shop and anything that I need and things that I want, because the money that I make from teaching, I just need that to go towards bills. I can't have that money going towards, you know, mom's love of all things toys. So I have to be really, really careful and mindful about where I'm putting money at. We've got some American Girl books. I have not seen the smaller books, so I'm looking forward to going through that bag to see what's in there. Oh my gosh, it's so much stuff, guys. More bathing suits. I don't even know whether I should tell you how much I paid for these items. Yeah, I went back and bought something else from her later, and she was going to give it to me for free, and I was like, no, I'm going to pay for that, because I was really, really fortunate today. When I got to the car, I had a moment where I was really emotional, for many reasons. One, because I've had a really difficult month personally. And most of the time, my life and my work is dedicated to people outside of myself. And today was one of those days where I got in the car and it was about me, and I wasn't in a rush. I had nowhere to go, and I knew I was just going to really take my time. I was going to be surrounded by other doll lovers, which was important to me because this is kind of a solo trip. Most people would just don't get the whole doll toy thing. You see me pulling stuff out. AG Pajamas. AG Jammies. I like that name. My mom calls them jammies. And so today was just a really, really, or not even day. Day's not even over. It's still morning or early afternoon. American Girl hangers and a brush. Another outfit. But again, today, it's just been a really rough. So to walk into a space and be around other people who like dolls, to walk into this space and be able to purchase items that will go to the children and families that I serve at a cost that didn't break the bank, to get something for me that's important. You know, that table and chair set will be part of, again, Samantha's story. And so when I go to talk about Samantha, that I can maybe have her at the table as I'm telling the story to the girls and they're working on their own books. Like, those things are so important to me. My toys are shared very much with the community. And so for me, having them, it just is so important, probably far more important than maybe it would be for others. Not to take away from anyone's collection or how they enjoy their toys, but I get to enjoy my toys with the community, with other children. I get to talk about, valuing our toys and how important it is, and keeping them, and how they kind of, toys define our childhood. They define, hopefully happy moments in our life. And so to be able to do that and do it affordably and do it with the community, and to have others see that. I mean, they didn't know me from Adam when I walked in. I had never seen them. They had never seen me. They didn't know anything about my mission. They didn't know anything about my work. And so to be able to be in a space where that could be shared was unbelievable. And to have them look at my work, even my own personal joy of toys, and want to support that was really important. And then I got this bag of food. Now, some of this food, of course, is for bigger kids, but I've got, I think, 2 or 3 kitchen sets at the shop, so that'll go in there. But then you've got little items like this that I know go certainly probably towards our generation or American Girl set. So yes, that was everything that was in the bin. Tell me that wasn't an amazing deal. And then she also handed me this bag. And I didn't ask her why she was doing, you know, why she was getting rid of this stuff at such a low price. I did ask her about how often they did doll shows, and she told me that the person who normally does that doll show that I attended had been gravely ill, and she did not believe that she would be doing the shows anymore. And so there's a part of me that believes that, you know, maybe she was getting rid of the items because you know, she was an older lady, because the lady who normally does it would not be there anymore. And maybe there was just this idea that there was no need to, you know, she wasn't going to keep the stuff because she wasn't going to be doing the shopping anymore. These items here, I'm not sure what. So you're seeing them as I'm seeing them for the first time. I'll be certainly washing some items. I don't know enough about American Girl to know what's part of American Girl and what's not. So if you recognize any of these items, I know what Great Wolf Lodge is. You know, some of these items probably came off of other dolls or wherever she might have gotten them from. They certainly will be utilized, that's for sure. When the girls attend the event, or the events, because I have so many events coming up, they will have, of course, a doll that's already dressed and ready to go. And then they will have a chance that they'll be able to go shopping for other clothing items. And so I'm looking forward to that part of the overall event. There's a lot of our generation items in here that, again, maybe she just didn't get a chance to go through yet. But we also have a lot of dolls in the shop. Most of our dolls come with no clothes on. So anything that would fit them, if it's not going to, you know, if it's not 18-inch doll size, and it's going towards the other dolls that we have in. We had the shop open yesterday, and I spent probably a better part of my morning trying to just dress some dolls up. I've gotten really bad. I have, my board president is always there and now, and she's taken over a lot of the busy detail work, because much of my focus is now on building our learn and play events. And it's helpful because I get to pull back a little bit, which I have been doing, and just focusing on some of the other fun things that we're trying to do. If you're looking, you can see, I feel bad. I know that those of you looking at this video are probably not happy with me that I'm holding this camera. I am definitely not seasoned. I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. I see clothes in here that could be for our generation. I see Build-A-Bear clothes in here. A lot of cute pajama sets. Yeah, a lot of our generation items, which again is amazing because I have quite a few dolls that we've inherited that just have no clothes. And if we don't get clothes donated, I have bought clothes before, but you know, when you're buying clothes that are $15 and $20 a pop on a doll that was free and in an organization that does not bring in money, that can be a lot. So I'm grateful whenever I can do these finds like this, which don't happen often. I'm just going to believe that I was in the right place at the right time, and really happy that this worked out the way that it did today. I will definitely be attending more. There was a gentleman there that I had the opportunity to meet. Hey, Joe, if you're listening, he was restringing dolls when I was there, and we talked for a while. I told him that I know that's something I'm going to need to do sooner than later, but he doesn't live too far, and so I may, you know, take a day and just go right up to see him so that he can walk me through the process and what that needs to look like. So that for those moments, it was so worth it. The people were incredible. There's nothing, one negative thing I can say. Just so happy that I made the trip. Really had some great contacts. Met a woman there that is, she owns a doll museum. that's not too far, and she invited me to bring, you know, the girls if that's something that I wanted to do. So it was just an incredible day. So yeah, I probably could have done better with this video had I set things up, but I was so excited and I didn't want to look at these items without you all. And so that is why I have made a video that could have been done much more professionally than this, but I wanted to share my joy with you. My doula business is called Centering Joy, and I am purposeful in trying to center joy in my life, so that I can deal with all the other things that come with the process. And so I just want to thank you all for sharing, let's see, 25 minutes with me out of your day. Again, I'm learning. Please blame my head, not my heart. I'm learning. I don't know what all this still looks like, but I'm enjoying being in a position to take my love for something and share that with so many others. I'm looking forward to learning from you all. I have learned so much already, and I'm just really excited to be part of this doll community and what this means. Again, it's just all joy, and so I can't imagine not wanting to have this moment in my life. So thank you so much. I wish you all an amazing Sunday. Have a great week. If you like this video and you think you can tolerate listening to me and my long-windedness, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll get another video out as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.